Madam Secretary, will you please take the roll?
Mr. Hoffman.
Here.
Mr. Hurley.
Here.
Mr. George.
Here.
Mr. Conacher.
Here.
Ms. Metzler. Here. Mr. Norris.
Here.
Ms. Prickett. Mr. Zimmerman. 6 present, 2 absent.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is visitors' comments for agenda items only. Okay, seeing none. We will move on. Item number 5, a little special event here tonight. We have Region 3 vacant seat interview. Joining us this evening is Donna Doherty. She has volunteered to answer these questions and potentially become a member of the school board. So please come to the table and we'll answer or ask a few simple questions. And I think when you go to speak, there's a green button. And just so everybody's aware, these are the same questions we've asked of others recently with some resignations. And as we've done in the past, obviously the public has the right to attend. There will be no follow-up or interactive discussion, but it's the same questions we've asked of previous candidates. So.
A little bit of feedback here, Justin. There's a little bit of feedback. Can you adjust from there? Yes, in the sound system. Okay, we're good.
Okay. First question. Well, first, thank you again for coming out this evening. First question. Why do you want to be a school board director?
Oh, there we go. I want to be a school board director because I care deeply about the direction of our district and the impact it has on our students, teachers, and community. I believe in showing up, listening to others, and making thoughtful, fair decisions that reflect the values and needs of people that we serve. As a small business owner, I've developed strong interpersonal and leadership skills working with a wide range of people, managing teams, and providing resources to help others succeed. I'm committed to being a positive, open-minded voice on the board and someone who works well with others and focuses where it belongs on doing what's best for the students. And I want to help ensure every student in our district that has support, opportunities, and strong foundation they need to succeed. And I believe a strong public education system is the foundation for a healthy, successful community.
Thank you. Next question. What do you believe is the basic purpose or role of a school board director?
Well, sorry, that the role of a school board director is to provide oversight, leadership, and accountability to ensure our schools serve the students and the families and staff with excellence. So some of the top priorities would be student academic success, ensuring all students are supported and challenged to reach their full potential. Also, student safety and security, creating and upholding strong policies that protect students and staff. And then obviously fiscal sustainability, making responsible financial decisions that support long-term growth. And also working with the superintendent and staff to set clear goals.
Okay, thank you. Last question. How would you measure or define success as a school board director?
I would define success as a school board director by how effectively we serve our students and support our teachers academically, emotionally, and in preparing them for real life after graduation. And I believe deeply in the value of public education, and I'm committed to making our district a place where families are proud to be part of. So success means ensuring our schools are not only strong, but also appealing competitively and inclusive, offering diverse learning pathways such as technical education, college prep, life skills. And I would measure that success through student growth and achievement, pathways to diverse learning, support for teachers and staff. Are we equipping and uplifting our educators with resources, training, and support they need to do their best work? Community and parent involvement, and public trust and transparency. And are we communicating clearly, honestly, and with accountability to the families and residents that we serve? So at the end of the day, I would like to help shape a school district that's not only effective but alluring to people, a place where people want to send their kids to, a district known for excellence, opportunity, and unity with parents, teachers, and of course, leadership.
Thank you very much. That's all the
Thanks.
questions we have.
Yeah.
Next on the agenda, presentation items. I'll turn it over to Dr. Lever.
Okay, we have Mr. Fantazzi here with some coaches and athletes to talk about spring athletics.
All right, good evening. So I'm going to, the way I'm going to try to present is, obviously we have that slideshow with a bunch of pictures, but at the same time, I'm going to also invite some of our guests up here, just give them some accolades and a presentation, and I'll explain as we go further. So what I'm going to try to do is go through kind of the wrap-up. We kind of went back, and because we missed the winter season for you guys, and we're going to try to do a little bit of winter and then move into the spring. And then bring up the individuals for their acknowledgement, for their performance and their achievements for this school year for athletics. So to start off with, for the winter, spring, and you know, again, I always like to put the pictures up just so you see our individuals that go out and represent our school district. Over the last year, we looked at numbers, and some of the numbers, just to give you guys an idea, we had a little bit of an uptick in student athletes participating this past year in the winter and in the fall season. Last year, or let me back up and say the spring, we had a little bit of a drop in numbers. You probably look at in the fall, we had this past year 268 student athletes participate in athletics this year, compared to 229 last year. And then for the winter season, we had an increase of up to 122 compared to last year, where we had 99. And then the spring numbers, that's where we had a little bit of a drop. And again, that's a little bit. Last year we had 202, this year we had 194. So again, you're talking about eight student athletes coming out for the team. So with that, though, the accomplishments, you can see up there, again, I believe you guys have this, the fall, or I mean, the winter. We had a lot of individuals. Our boys basketball team did exceptionally well. Another year that they made the state playoffs. Some individuals who are student athletes that received some LL League accomplishments. Vincent Thaler and Vita Vespi and Chriselle Lazo, Carter Lambert, all received some acknowledgments from the league. And just those league acknowledgments, awards do come from the coaches of other teams as a whole. They won also Coach Lambert, who is not here with us tonight. I just want to recognize he's actually running a open gym right now. He was named Section 3 Coach of the Year for Octorara for the LL League. So that was a huge accomplishment on his part. Unfortunately, the team didn't do, they made that state round, was still a huge accomplishment, a very tough competition when we get up there in that level. Girls basketball, I think unfortunately we did lose our coach, Scott Whiteside, but at the same time he's staying on as our boys tennis coach, but he did a huge accomplishment in 4 years. The numbers in the girls basketball program has increased, more so even at the junior high level. So you see that starting to come around. I think one of the biggest statements that I heard was from another school district, a coach who made the comment and said, you know, something was happening over there with the girls' basketball program. That coach really did a great job getting the girls to a next level. So I think that shows his accomplishment there for our team. Girls basketball, Abby Toll, Maddie Muldoon, and Sarah Harkins, again, LL League acknowledgements and accolades. Girls wrestling, this one, I believe I think it was 3 years ago, you guys gave the permission, the blessing to put the girls program on the map. This year, the girls basketball team, or girls wrestling team, was up there at Hershey watching the state tournament, and the comments coming from officials and coaches saying what a great job our program and where it's going. They're seeing some great talent. But what's more interesting is that at one point we were sitting in a position of number 3, third team. We were sitting in 3rd place as a team. We did drop down to 6th place, but that's, again, you're at a higher level there. Again, huge accomplishment when you're talking about there's over 100 schools in PIAA for girls wrestling. And again, it's one of the sports that's on the uprise. Ella Tofert, Jolie Johnson were our first ever LLE girls wrestling champions. Again, huge accomplishment. Jolie Johnson, Ella Tofert, and Taylor Orner receiving accolades from the league. State recognition in terms of qualifying for states, getting out of that, the 3, Jolie Johnson, Taylor Orner, and Ella Tofert making that trip up to Hershey. And I believe with our one huge accomplishment with the girls wrestling team is Ella Tofert taking a 4th place medal in that tournament. It's, again, a huge accomplishment. It's rare that you come home with a medal, and I think that shows a lot for the Octorara girls wrestling program. Moving into spring, boys baseball started off real strong. Then at the end, middle of the season, kind of tapered off a little bit, but I think we had 4 new coaches, whole new coaching staff take place. Therefore, you know, a lot of hurdles to overcome. However, a lot of positive comments coming out from the team, the players, and parents with the new coaching staff. So looking forward to seeing what they can do here in the upcoming years. Individual Aiden Marsh pulling a 2nd team all section from the league this spring. Boys and girls track team, this group, again, large numbers, however, a lot of accolades that came out of this team for this past season. One of the hugest accolades, too, is the boys pulled home and brought home another Section 3 championship from the LL League. Some individuals had the opportunity to qualify for districts, and you can see the list up there. They made their way off to the districts. From that point, then they moved on to the state level, where we can see you had Sebastian Hess, Vincent Thaler, and Cody Lusby moving on to the state tournament. Again, huge accomplishment, and then even as much as when we see that the state results, we had some medals brought home by these individuals this past year. Again, tough task to come home, even compete up there, but to come home with a medal. Vincent Thaler, the 300M and 110 hurdles, competing up there. Sebastian at discus, and you can see that Vincent Thaler medaled in 7th place, and then Sebastian Hess medaled and took a 3rd place medal. So again, huge accomplishment to those individuals, and also the coaching staff, Allison Thaler and Mark Broquet for taking the team up there, and the rest of the crew for bringing the team up there. Again, a lot of accolades to them, I say too, also is when we talk about how our students are representing our school district. When you start talking to other athletic directors and you hear some coaches, you start hearing a lot of positive comments when you're walking around a league tournament saying how well of a program that we have here at Octorara and the track and field community. So with that, what I would like to do is bring up, I'm going to go through, I have some awards that I just want to acknowledge them in front of you as a school board for their accomplishments here tonight. And then if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind letting maybe a couple of the athletes just speak on what they feel and kind of their experience this past season, if that's all right with you guys. So at this time, if I can bring up Sebastian. I think you guys saw him the other night at graduation, but at the same time, not only did he do real well in the classroom, he also performed exceptional at the state track and field with a PIAA 3rd place. So come on down, Sebastian. All right, next, Vincent Thaler, 7th place in the PIAA state tournament. I believe some of these individuals are not here. I'm just going to read them off real quick. Ella Tofert, again, 4th place in the PIAA state tournament for girls wrestling, and also LL League champion. I believe she is not here tonight. Correct. Taylor Orner, I think Taylor told me she was working, but she was also a PIAA state qualifier. Jolie Johnson, I don't think, she said she was going to be here, but I don't see her. Again, LL League champion and a PIAA state qualifier. Already mentioned Coach Lambert, but one individual too that was not up on the slide because it was a fall, but I just want to acknowledge this individual, Coach McGinnis. Coach McGinnis for our cross-country team was named Coach of the Year, Section 3. So, Coach, if you don't mind coming up. So at this time, I'm going to ask the student athletes to maybe just speak, take a quick minute, if you guys don't mind saying something, a few words to the school board. All right. So Sebastian, you're first since you're an expert with this.
Yep. Hi, everyone. I just want to say that I'm beyond grateful to have all the coaches and the community that I have behind me. One of the, I guess, aspects of coaching that I think is overlooked is like the emotional part of it. Halfway through the season, I was having some of the worst performances I've ever had with track, with discus. And not only was I supported with my techniques, like training, but also emotionally. When I competed at leagues, I threw a 146, which placed me 3rd in my leagues. But what allowed me to kind of push past that barrier in a way and place 2nd at districts with the 171 throw and discus was my parents and my coaches. So I'm really grateful to have the great community. All these athletes that are being produced from this track and field team is not a coincidence. It's because of how good our set of coaching is. And then I was able to build off of that and place 3rd at states with another personal best of 173.
Hello, I'm Vincent Thaler. I'd just like to start and say thank you to everybody too. Thank you to Mr. Fantazi. He supports us a lot in our getting new equipment and stuff. We just got new high jump mats just today. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Steve Izzy, our athletic trainer, because with me doing 3 sports year round, he's a big help for me for sure. And a lot of other athletes I know, I see in there a lot. And without him, we wouldn't be able to do what we do all year and get these great accomplishments. I'd also like to say a big thank you to the coaches. Like Sebastian said, without them, none of this is possible. Like, they're not just our coaches who tell us what to do and give us instruction about how to compete, but it's on a deeper level. Like, they really are our leaders in life, and they coach us through life and tell us, like, teach us to be better people, not just athletes. And I think our track team, we've seen huge improvements. Like this year winning our 4th section championship in a row, 9 new school records this year. We're improving every single year, and I don't think it's out of nowhere. We have some of the best coaches in the state. Thank you.
All right, so you heard it right from the student athletes, but something also I just want to put it to you guys as a community. One of the things we're going to try to increase for next year too is I heard the athletes mention about the emotional. We're going to be looking at trying to get some presentations on the mental health aspect of athletics into the coaching staff's hands, maybe with a session from an outside organization. It's starting off new right now. Northern Lebanon is already putting a program into place, but we're starting to see that mental health aspect of athletics and the support that the students need on the fields and on the courts. So with that, that's all I have for you guys this time. All right, thank you.
And we also have from the high school, Assistant Principal, Mr. J.T. Fryer, is here to talk about a proposal for a campaign, No Place for Hate. I think every school USA struggles with kid-on-kid interactions, and Octorara is not an exception to that. And so I applaud Mr. Fryer and the team at the high school in looking at how we can consider how we can better support our students and the culture that is accepting of people that are different than us. And how do we create an environment where kids are supporting kids? And it really doesn't matter who they are, or whether they're in this activity or that activity, athletics or the arts. We want our kids to really support each other. So, Mr. Fryer, thank you.
So as Dr. Lever said, I'm here to kind of talk you through what the No Place for Hate campaign might look like, specifically here at Octorara. It's an initiative that directly supports our mission of empowering students to build successful futures through safe, inclusive, and respectful school environments. So I'm hopeful that this video will work. If not, you can blame Justin.
No Place for Hate makes my campus a more friendly and enjoyable place.
It gives them an opportunity to learn about stereotypes, prejudice, and how to change the negative perception that they feel about differences.
Some kids used to call me fat and ugly, and they would push me around a lot. Ever since I got a result, my life's been much better.
I think the best part is the fact that it's student-led, and ADL does a really good job of kind of scaffolding the development of the program. So they don't just come and assist us with getting the program started, but they kind of walk us through the implementation phase so that schools can actually be successful and grasp the program and it actually work and produce results.
At the beginning of the year, we make sure that the kids are coming up with the ground rules and the norms for the classroom so that they feel included and they feel part of it.
Building them up is really important for me and making them aware of how impactful their actions and their words can be.
So I just really want to help make our school a better place.
No Place for Hate just fits right in with our philosophy, inclusion and appreciating our diversity.
And when we brought it in, it kind of was our tool to educate not only the students, but the staff and the families.
Just seeing those students take what they've learned from the program and actually using it day to day in the hallways, in the cafeterias, in their classrooms.
I think just being there for them and supporting them is just what an ally is.
That's the best part as a teacher.
It's created a climate of respect and compassion that we can be very, very proud of here.
They definitely know how to resolve conflicts a little bit better.
No Place for Hate. It's just so comfortable. I love it.
Being able to accept everyone for their true identity, whether it's their nationality, their race, religion, no matter what it is, and just being able to respect them and appreciate them.
I think No Place for Hate should be a core subject in every school. It's just as important as ELA, math, science.
We teach children how to read, but we don't teach empathy. We don't teach understanding, and the world has changed. We need to teach that.
If we don't know how to take care of our peers, then how are we going to build the next generation?
So the campaign is designed to not only address issues of bias and bullying, but to take a proactive measure to shape our school culture so those incidences don't even have a chance of occurring. The primary goal, as you see on here, is to build a culture of inclusion, respect, and belonging, which aligns directly with our core values, and reflects a growing need for intentional efforts to support our students' emotional safety, as you heard in the video, alongside their academic growth. This matters for a myriad of reasons. We've seen a number of bias-related and bullying incidents, not only here, but across the country. And the research shows out that students thrive when they feel safe, valued, and heard in the school environment. No Place for Hate provides a proven, research-based, and adaptable framework that allows us to meet these challenges head-on and, like I said, create a long-term cultural change. So through this campaign, we will have access to tools and resources from the ADL to help us respond more to respond effectively to commonly reported incidents, including racism, anti-immigrant bias, and anti-LGBTQ+ bias. And as I said before, it's not only a reactive, but it's a proactive measurement to support victims and the school community as a whole. So an acronym that No Place for Hate uses is PEACE. Prevent and prepare by setting expectations and providing an education. Encourage reporting in ways that are accessible and trusted. I know we have in place an anonymous reporting system for students and the community to use. Act quickly to demonstrate accountability, communicate openly and consistently, and to educate as a long-term investment in changing attitudes and behavior. This approach helps us move from isolated interventions to a more systemic improvement. Our objectives are to form a diverse committee of students, staff. We introduced this to the high school staff right before Memorial Day weekend, and we already have 2 staff members on board, and we have 8 or 9 students who have expressed interest. So we already have interest across the community. The cool thing about this is we have to have 3 school-wide anti-bias activities throughout the year, and that's in order for us to maintain our status as a No Place for Hate school. It provides bias education to both staff and students. And then the first year is a probationary period. So if we meet these criteria, these objectives, we submit the documentation to the ADL, and then they can then designate us as a official No Place for Hate school. So we roll this out in phases. So the first 2 months of the year are the planning phase. We recruit the committee, which we've already got a head start on. We register with the ADL and complete the training. And the ADL can provide online training, or they can come out and provide in-person training to our staff, who will then kind of turnkey that to our students. And then we send out school climate surveys or run focus groups to kind of get a sense of where we are. We run those surveys again at the end of the year to find out where we ended. Phase 2, we kind of start implementing it in the school. We host a pledge signing event where students and staff formally commit to building a hate-free school culture. We'll conduct launch assemblies to create shared awareness and excitement. And as I said, we provide PD to staff to support consistent understanding and modeling of inclusive practices. Phase 3, as I said, we carry out at least 3 campaign activities. These can be essay contests, art contests, and the cool thing is it's student-driven, student-led. So the students decide what they want those activities to be and how we're going to run those activities during the school day. And as I said, at the end of the process, the first year, we submit the documentation to the ADL. Hopefully, they recognize us as a No Place for Hate school. We hold a celebration and recognition event. Then we move to planning for sustainability, because it's exciting to get this off the ground in year 1 and initiate this, but we then have to move to, again, this should be part of the culture. So planning to sustain that for several years to come. Everyone has responsibilities. Us as administrators, we support and allocate resources. Teachers and staff are expected to model expectations and to engage with students. We empower students to lead and plan the whole initiation. And families and community are encouraged to participate and reinforce the values at home. And again, with this many people involved, it just strengthens the impact of the campaign. Here's how we measure success. The amount of people who participate in the pledge, attendance and engagement at the campaign events, results of the surveys, and qualitative feedback from students and staff. Our ultimate milestone will be receiving that official designation from the ADL as a No Place for Hate campaign, which provides that external recognition and the internal motivation. In addition to this campaign, something we want to put in place to address the bullying issue is a formalized process for investigating incidents of bullying, harassment, or intimidation, and individualized safety plans for students who have been affected by these confirmed incidents. And these reports reinforce our commitment to student well-being and accountability across the school. I don't know if I can allow questions, but if you have questions, you know where to find me. So, thank you, guys.
Dr. Cooper, if I could just ask you to comment. You've been in 2 districts that used No Place for Hate. If you just give us a brief synopsis of your background with us.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. First experience was moving into administration back in 2005 in the Boyertown School District. And they had implemented or started the No Place for campaign, I think it was 2003, a couple of years before I arrived. Started at the middle level, junior high school. The second year moved to the other junior high school, I think that was 2004. The high school took on the campaign in 2005. And by 2007, all the schools in the district, 7 elementary schools, 2 junior highs and a high school, were designated as No Place for Hate. Was the first district in the state of Pennsylvania to have all schools No Place for Hate designation. Was the principal at the high school through 2018, so I mean, I can speak to, from a culture standpoint, and how effective it was in establishing culture of the building, of what the intent was with the inclusion, belonging, and respect throughout the building. It was integral in a school the size of 2,200 plus students. Found it to be effective. Now, did that mean it didn't occur? That's not the intent of the program. The program is to recognize when there are gaps, and then how you can backfill the educational component to support the culture and the environment. Moving into the superintendency in another district that was just south of Boyertown, implemented it in the early going there, excuse me, at the high school level, and then backfilled it to the middle school and the elementary schools, and found that to be effective for that role, because we used our high school students as ambassadors for the middle school students and the elementary students in the program throughout the district. So it's 2 different ways that it was implemented in 2 different districts, recognizing the community engagement and demographics, and the importance of looking for the same outcome but a different way about going how you implement it.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Thanks for the presentation and the firsthand experience. Moving on to information items. A, the following are voluntary transfers effective with the start of the 2025-2026 school year due to building realignment. Raina Ekman from a 6th grade math and science teacher at the OIS to a 4th grade math and science teacher at the OIS. Lauren Brotman from a 7th grade special education learning support teacher at the OMS to a special education autism support teacher at the OMS. DeAndre Clark from a special education autism support teacher at the OMS to a special education learning support teacher at the OMS. B, Teresa Yoder was approved on May 19, 2025 as a bus driver for Althouse Transportation for the 2024-2025 school year. The name should have been Teresa Yeckley. C, the approved 2025-2026 calendar has been updated to show the correct grades for early dismissals, conferences, and school not in session days as a result of the realignment. 2 recommended action items for tonight. A, that the Octorara Board of School Directors appoint Ms. Donna Doherty to fill the Region 3 vacant seat through the next municipal election in 2025. Need a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Second. Any discussion?
This is a seat that was held by Jay Lusby, and he had asked me if I would read his note of resignation, and I agreed to do that. And this is written to Board President Matt Hurley. Matt, it is with a heavy heart that I submit my resignation from the Octorara School Board, effective immediately as of May 1st, 2025. On April 21st, 2025, I accepted a new position with PNC Investments. Today, I was informed by the company that in accordance with the Ethics Act, PA Code 65, under contracts, I must resign from the board. They explained that the act could restrict PNC's ability to conduct business with the school district, and as a matter of policy, they do not permit employees to hold positions that may create such conflicts. It's been an honor to serve the citizens of Region 3 over the past 2 years, and I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity and for all that I have learned during my time on the board. Sincerely, Jay Lusby. So with that, he has vacated his seat, and this is the position we're looking to fill.
Any other discussion? I would like to thank Ms. Dougherty for stepping up and serving the community. So with that, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, and thank you. B, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept the scope of work with the Chester County Intermediate Unit for interim superintendent services effective June 9, 2025 through September 12, 2025. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, presentation of agenda items for the June 16, 2025 regular monthly public meeting. A, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the resolution adopting the 2025-2026 general fund budget expenditures in the amount of $66,500,950. B, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the resolution establishing a real estate millage rate of 43.46 mills in Chester County and 25.94 mills in Lancaster County. C, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the resolution for the 2025-2026 homestead and farmstead exclusion. D, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following financial institutions and investment firms for financial services during the 2025-2026 school year in accordance with Section 621 of the School Code. Fulton Bank, Depository and Investment. PA School District Liquid Asset Fund, Depository and Investment. RBC Dane Rauscher Incorporated, Investment Only. E, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following list of signatories for the designated bank accounts effective July 1, 2025. General Fund, President, Vice President, Treasurer, Secretary. Cafeteria Fund, President, Vice President, Treasurer, Secretary. School Activity Fund, Building Principal, Building Assistant Principal, Business Manager, Board Secretary. F, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the appropriate budget transfers for the year ending 2024-2025 as a result of the annual financial audit. G, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Dr. Jeffrey Blair as the school dental consultant for the 2025-2026 school year. H, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following additional courses at the Octorara High School for the 2025-2026 school year. 0093 ELD English Language Arts, grades 9 to 12. 0094 ELD Lab, grades 9 to 12. I, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the 2025-2026 enrollment agreement with the Vanguard School for students A and B at a total cost of $104,150. J, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the Marketplace Programs contract agreement with the Chester County Intermediate Unit effective July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. K, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the client agreement with Delta T Group for substitute human services, behavioral health care, and nurse services effective April 11, 2025 through June 30, 2026. L, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the staffing agreement with GHR Education for contracted services for the Pupil Services Department. M, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the master agreement for consulting services with Devapar LLC effective June 2, 2025. N, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the service agreement with Chester County Intermediate Unit for medical authorizations required for school-based access billing effective July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. O, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the list of recommended texts for English 9 for the 2025-2026 school year. Got a whole other page. P, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the recommendation to adopt Open SciEd for high school biology at a digital access cost of $1,000. Q, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept with regret the resignation for purpose of retirement of Ms. Brenda Tomlinson as Accounts Payable Secretary effective June 30, 2025. R, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept with regret the resignation for purpose of retirement of Ms. Phyllis March as an instructional assistant effective June 6, 2025. S, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept the resignation of Ms. Jasmine McKim as an instructional assistant at the Octorara Elementary School effective June 6, 2025. T, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept the resignation of Ms. Madhuri Sakrudar, thank you, practiced, as an acoustic support teacher at the Octorara High School effective June 9, 2025. U, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept the resignation for termination of employee A effective May 21, 2025. V, that the Octorara Board of School Directors accept the resignation of Mr. Jude Unitas as High School Intramural Fitness Center Coordinator effective June 3, 2025. W, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Ms. Joan McDermott as Reading Specialist at the Octorara Primary Learning Center effective August 12, 2025, pending completion of employee-related documents required by law in the district. Ms. McDermott's salary will be $83,797, which is step 8 to max of the master's plus 45 scale. X, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Ms. Paula Spiker as a 4th grade teacher at the Octorara Intermediate School effective August 12, 2025, pending completion of employee-related documents required by law in the district. Ms. Spiker's salary will be $60,229, which is step 17 to max of the bachelor's scale. Y, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Ms. Bailey Regal as an 8th grade science teacher at the Octorara Middle School effective August 12, 2025, pending completion of employee-related documents required by law in the district. Ms. Regal's salary will be $65,279, which is step 17 to max of the master's scale. Z, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Ms. Alexis Anderson as a 5th grade teacher at the Octorara Intermediate School effective August 12, 2025, pending completion of employee-related documents required by law in the district. Ms. Anderson's salary will be $60,229, which is step 17 to max of the bachelor's scale. AA, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve Ms. Kyla Pham as a 5th grade math and science teacher at the Octorara Intermediate School effective August 12, 2025, pending completion of employee-related documents required by law and the district. Ms. Pham's salary will be $60,229, which is step 17 to max of the bachelor's scale. BB, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following summer program employees. Beth Patika, Summer Kindergarten Readiness Coordinator, effective April 12, 2025, at a rate of $40 per hour. Stephanie Noose, ESY Math Coach, effective July 1, 2025 through July 24, 2025, at a rate of $35 per hour. CC, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the change in days worked for Ms. Dana Schultz from .8 part-time to 1.0 full-time, effective for the 2025-2026 school year. Ms. Schultz is a speech-language pathologist at the Octorara Primary Learning Center. Ms. Schultz's rate will increase from $65,665 to $85,420, which is step 7 to max of the Masters plus 45 scale. DD, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following supplemental contract for the 2024-2025 school year. Should that be something else?
25, 26.
Yeah. Yes, so that should be supplemental contract for the 2025-2026 school year. No? Goes back? Okay. I'll read that again just to make sure I get that right.
Oh, that's for this past year, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is.
DD, I'll start over. That the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following supplemental contract for the 2024-2025 school year. Jane Blankenhagen, Mentor Arcele, did I say that right? Arcele de Jesus Hernandez, 4 hours at $18.01 for a total of $72.04. Sarah Morrissey, Mentor Beth Linenbaugh, 2 points at $620 each for a total of $1,240. Sorry about that. EE, that the Octorara Board of School Directors approve the following changes in salary due to graduate credits earned. Heidi Wertz from bachelor's, $58,748 to bachelor's plus 15, $63,814, step 14 to max. Lindsay Mittman from bachelor's plus 15, $65,142 to master's, $68,245, step 10 to max. Samantha Pittman from master's plus 45, $76,385 to master's plus 60, $82,270, step 11 to max. Next, Facility Committee report. Mr. George.
The Facility Committee met earlier in this room tonight at 6 o'clock, and we started out with some updates, beginning with the realignment. The teachers have their boxes. Most of the classes are packed up, and we're shooting for July 14th as moving day, looking to get all the cleaning and projects completed prior to that. We also discussed the OES use moving forward. We know the OVA will be moved there, but we need to discuss future use for that space of the OES. The next thing that we talked about was the softball field permits were received today, which was good news because we could open a new permit for the stadium entrance. Right now, it does need grading to become ADA compliant. The McClure solar update, there's really not much new information with that. We are moving forward with the McClure solar project as of right now. 5 would be the fuel depot update. We have one bid for $65,000. That one's going to need to go out for bid. The barn update, we have one bid for a pole barn, but we're looking for a good location on the campus to put that pole barn that we're not going to have to move it again for something else stepping in for future use. And the last thing in updates was the OIS update with the playground. We have a bid for approximately $500,000. No action right now, but we also might put that one out to bid. The second topics for consideration are the PLC chiller replacement. It's been recommended to go with McClure for approximately $450,000 for the PLC chiller replacement. It has a 24-week lead time, which actually works out not too bad for us, even though it sounds like a long time. The second is the PLC autism support rooms furniture. We have 2 rooms for this, so we have a CoStar approved bid for approximately $27,000 for that project to get furniture to those 2 rooms. The next one is the computer lab furniture, which needs to be moved because we're relocating the computer lab. We have a CoStar approved bid, approximately $25,000, mostly tables to outfit the new computer lab. skid loader quotes that we've been looking at for a while. We got 3 bids for that. It's being recommended to go with John Deere with a bid of approximately $63,000 for that. And the high school office carpet replacement with a bid of $16,573. We replaced the lights in there, and the new lighting exposed the poor condition of the carpet, so that needs to be replaced now. The last section for board agenda, chiller maintenance agreement with, that was McClure, right? Yeah, for $73,376, a 5-year contract, includes all 3 chillers. The pole vault mats that we've been talking about, we have a bid for approximately $25,000 we're gonna go with, and a cover for $3,771.75. We also have a shed to store these in, along with pest management, and it was brought up, you know, to keep them safe from animals and weather. McClure Guaranteed Energy Savings Agreement Amendment, this covers the HVAC above the district office, which we also got a $250,000 grant to go towards that. Also covers the geo core samples we're looking to get and the high school auditorium roof. Number 4 in that section was the assets to the West Fallowfield Christian School. West Fallowfield Christian School requested if we had any furniture that we'd be willing to donate. We've had this asset list for, has approximate value anywhere from $13,300 to $30,000. We tried to auction off last year with no takers, so it's been sitting for a number of years. So we're looking to donate all of that to West Fallowfield Christian School immediately. Number 5 was the Proasys boiler maintenance contract to be renewed at $30,840, which covers all the hot water boiler systems in the district. And the last one was the high school cafeteria door replacement. We need to replace 2 fire doors going into the cafeteria just due to age and wear and tear. And we finished up with other. The middle school locker room is missing tile, which needs to be replaced. Franklin Flooring is going to do it on a time and material basis so we can pass inspections. Room 312A above the district offices, we plan on doing asbestos abatement. A year from now, we are going to move that up a year at a cost of $2,485, and we're going to replace it with VCT, which we have in-house already. Middle school expansion joint and tile repair, it's not supposed to be high expense, but that's something else coming up. And Orner has offered to remove the OES playground for $3,100. Lastly, it was brought up any vestibule updates on the counter heights and flooring that are out of code, and the new doors from the contractor that we've had some issues with. So we're going to do the work and discuss payments upon completion about who's fully responsible for those payments. And lastly, some trees on the property that look like they could use a little love. We'll be looking into that coming up. So we wrapped up facilities earlier tonight.
Thank you very much. Moving on. Other items or concerns? No. Next on the agenda is visitors' comments in general. Seeing no one, we'll move on. Administrative comments or announcements?
Very silent. I wrote to the board and to our staff this week. We saw some real gains in some academic areas that last year in the spring we had a conversation about benchmarking ourselves against national percentiles, and had shown you some data indicating why our comprehensive plan says that Tier 1 instruction is our point of focus. Well, we had some really great results, especially from the elementary, the new intermediate school, the elementary school, Dr. Tahau, all 3 grade levels showing gains in both math and reading against national percentiles. And reading is a lot harder to grow in because, you know, math are discrete skills that you can teach kids. Reading is a much more inner process. And so to see gains of, you know, even a few percentile points in reading is pretty significant. But we are seeing some areas of strength in the district, and this is really going to help as other grade levels are able to touch base with places where we're having a lot of success. And so we intend to give you a better report next week. We've gotten some preliminary results back from PSSA. It's a little hard to distill through it because it's not the full reporting they give us, but we're going to try to update the board on that next week.
Moving on, we'll open up to board comments. Any board comments? I would just like, again, say thank you to Donna for stepping up and being part of the board. That gets us back to a full team of 9, moving into the summer and into some things coming up with budget and realignment and starting next year. So thank you very much. Appreciate the effort. We'll be in touch. Announce the following meetings. Facility Committee meeting, Monday, June 9, 2025, 6 p.m. in the middle school multi-purpose room. Executive session for personnel, legal, and Monday, June 9, 2025, prior to the work session in room 102 at the middle school. Policy and Finance Committee meeting, Monday, June 16, 2025, 6 p.m. in the middle school multipurpose room. Next regularly scheduled board meeting, Monday, June 16, 2025, 7 p.m. in the middle school multipurpose room. With that, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Right before